Australian Labradoodle versus Aussiedoodle. If there's one thing we know for sure around here, it's how much we love doodles. There are so many different kinds these days, though, that it can be a little intimidating to find out which one is right for you. We totally get that, which is why today we are going to compare two of our favorite kinds, the Australian Labradoodle and the Aussiedoodle. Both have some really great qualities, which we are going to dive into further detail in just a second. But before we do, make sure to leave a like on the video if you enjoy this kind of content. It helps us out in a big way. With that out of the way, let's see what each of these great doodles have to offer. Temperament. First, let's take a look at the personalities of these two dogs, as it plays a huge part in how we interact with a dog. For the Australian Labradoodle, we get a dog with a lot of versatility. Australian Labradoodles are already made up of several different dog breeds, and they seem to take a few traits from all of them. These dogs are extremely clever and enjoy any sort of puzzle or riddle that you can throw at them. They're also great with children for this reason, as they see the little humans as unpredictable challenges for them to solve, and as a result are very entertained by them. Australian Labradoodles are great with people and do well with families and in large groups. Introducing themselves to new people or playing with dogs are both activities they love, and so you don't have to worry about bringing them to a group event. The Australian Labradoodle is full of energy, but can also be caring and sweet too, especially towards their owners. Generally, this is a dog with a sunny disposition who will always bring a smile to at least a handful of people in every room they enter. On the other hand, the Aussiedoodle leans more towards intelligence, and they are at their best when they have a job to do. Although this breed definitely loves playtime and hanging out with the family, they are at their best when they feel like they're helping the family unit as a whole, which is why giving them a job or task is a good thing. This dog is a bit more high maintenance than the Australian Labradoodle in the way that it won't be happy just sitting home awaiting your return. These dogs are going to need socialization, outdoor activity, and attention in order to be happy, but they will reward you with a level of devotion seldom seen in most dogs. Colors and size. An Australian Labradoodle is visually quite different than the Aussiedoodle, but each have parts that are unique and stunning. Australian Labradoodles come in a large variety of coat colors, such as cream, apricot, black, gold, white, and more. Because of their parents, the Australian Labradoodle is usually going to appear in solid colors, and it's very rare if you ever get multiple colors on the coat itself. However, some light-colored Australian Labradoodles do tend to have darker-colored ears, giving them a look that does stand out apart from their darker-colored compatriots. In terms of size, this dog can weigh as much as 65 pounds at its full weight, and stands at roughly 22 inches. Doodles are no small breed, and this is no exception, although they are definitely considered gentle giants and are very sweet. The Aussiedoodle is known for its absolutely stunning coat, which is known for its vibrant colors and interesting patterns. The Aussiedoodle can be tricolor, have black, blue, and red merle variants, as well as more solid color patterns too. On top of the many different color patterns and variants they have, Aussiedoodles also possess something known as phantom patterns, which are random little splotches of color that can appear on different parts of them, like their body, legs, or head. An Aussiedoodle is usually about 75 pounds on the larger end, but smaller versions of the breed exist that keep the dog at only 25 pounds. Health concerns. Like almost any modern-day dog, both of these doodles have their fair share of health concerns that any owner should be made aware of. For the Australian Labradoodle, they are mostly susceptible to lumps as they begin to age and hip dysplasia. This is very similar to the Aussiedoodle, who can suffer from hip dysplasia and skin rashes as they get up in age. Overall, though, both of these dogs are very healthy, and as long as you are keeping up with their care, you should be fine. With any dog, it's important to establish a strong relationship with their vet, as this person is chiefly responsible for keeping you in the loop regarding their needs and concerns. Grooming. In terms of grooming, both of these dogs can be a bit of a handful. The Australian Labradoodle will need its nails trimmed every 4 to 6 weeks, either by you or a groomer, as well as a haircut every other month. Their hair also grows very quickly, and in the summer this can cause them to overheat. As a result, many owners in warmer climates shave their dog, giving them what is known as the puppy cut. Because their hair grows back so quickly, they can go from shaved to shaggy in no time, but this helps to keep the heat off of them. Aussiedoodles are also in possession of long hair that can knot up quickly if not managed correctly. An Aussiedoodle is going to need regular trips to the groomer in order to stay trimmed, and in the summer you will also need to be careful that they don't overheat too. Also, for both of these dogs, you are going to need to brush them multiple times a month in order to prevent further knots or tangles. Key differences. One of the biggest differences between these two dogs is what they need. An Australian Labradoodle is going to want attention and socialization over everything else. Both of these dogs want to be stimulated mentally too, but the way that you achieve this is very different for the both of them. Australian Labradoodles want creativity, and they want to explore what is going on around them and interact with the world. If you have a large family, kids, or even other animals, this will help the Australian Labradoodle a lot, and it will also distribute responsibility away from just the owner. The Aussiedoodle also wants to be stimulated mentally, or else it may lash out or grow sad, but it won't be fulfilled in the same way as the Australian Labradoodle. This dog wants to be given a role within your family, even if it isn't one that holds any weight at all. Even if this dog is responsible for bringing the newspaper in every morning, it will feel valued by you giving it that task. These dogs will show love, and they are affectionate, but they don't like to receive care in that way. Instead, training this dog and giving it things to do will make the Aussiedoodle feel loved and cared for. Whichever way you are leaning, these are both wonderful dogs that only really want to share their lives with you. They just have different ways of expressing that, and that may ultimately be the deciding factor here. Aussiedoodles tend to require more out-of-the-box thinking than the Australian Labradoodle, who is a lot more laid-back and similar to a typical dog. But which one is your personal favorite? Leave a comment down below and let us know what you think. That's all for us today, but if you enjoyed the video, leaving a like on it would help us out in a big way. Also, make sure to subscribe to the channel for more videos just like this one. We'll see you next time.